So the energy, I feel like the energy that's coming into the planet at the moment is coming in waves. It's coming in waves at the moment, and there's days that are much heavier than others. Today is one of these days where it feels the energy feels quite a lot heavier. And what I wanted to do with this live stream is really just tackle some of the anxiety that's coming up for people. So good morning to you, Joe. Hello, Elena. You found me today, Kirsty. Yes. So let me know if you want to share this to your friends. Feel free to share this to your friends. So what I thought we'd do on this live stream is to do a bit of collective prayer, and then to do some violet flame meditation. And the reason I've chosen the violet flame and to use violet flame meditation is that ultraviolet light is actually destroying this virus. It has the ability to destroy the virus. So one of the things that's come out of China, one of the things that's come out of Italy is to get things like clothing, stuff like that out into the sunlight so that it can destroy the virus. And the thing that's in the sunlight that destroys the virus is ultraviolet light. And ultraviolet light is an aspect of the violet ray that is an aspect of the violet ray. So when we kind of work with this and we work with the violet flame is really, really powerful to help to move our energy through into a much more positive energy. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to just center our energy. So just take a moment to center our energy. I'm having to look at the comments on my phone here because for some reason it doesn't really quite display them on my hold on, I've got myself in stereo, so let's see if I can get any comments here, because oh yeah, I can see them now. So do you think some of that energy is also the new moon? No, possibly heightened by the new moon, but to be honest, I actually think the energy is very, very much what's happening right now. There's a lot of energy wise, there's a lot of anxiety, and I feel like it's coming in waves, because what we're doing is we're going through what my spirit team is telling me, Skylar are telling me, is we're going through a shedding. We're going through a shedding of emotions and emotionally shedding very, very heavy energies. We're shedding grief, collective grief. We are shedding collective trauma. We are shedding collective resentment. We are shedding collective disconnection. And so as we're going through all of that and we're shedding all of those big things, then that is part of the kind of shift and the change that's happening right now, and the shift and the change that we're going through. So let's just get our energy center. So just taking a deep breath in through your nose and breathing out through your mouth, and breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your mouth, and allowing just your energy to totally and utterly center. I feel like I'm not getting my words out right because I can feel my spirit team so close, so they probably want to channel through me today, which is why I'm like, feel like I'm having trouble speaking here. So let me just bring them forward a little bit, because obviously they've got a lot to say today if they're really messing up the way that I'm speaking today. So let's have a look. We are Skylar. We wish to speak with you at this time through our divine channel, Joanna. This is a time of great change for the earth. This is the time of returning to the heart, returning to your heart centers, remembering your feelings, not ignoring them, not shoving them to the side, not pressing them down. It is a time to feel and to recognize your feelings as a divine feedback mechanism. It is a way that the wholeness of you is communicating with you. Your feelings are not inconveniences, things to be managed and pushed aside. They are there to give you telemetry and data on your navigation through life. Your disconnection with your feelings has brought about a disconnection with your planet. And as we feel into this energy, we wish to impart on you the desire to reconnect, the desire of your world to reconnect. Each and every one of you on this planet in sentient consciousness are a part of this earth. You are its conscience, you are the consciousness of your planet. And yet your consciousness is so at war with itself. Your consciousness is a reflection of your inner consciousness. The consciousness of your world is a reflection of that consciousness. Think how you war with yourselves. And we ask you now to feel your feelings and to honor them. We ask you now, as you go through these great changes that are upon you and upon the peoples of earth, we ask you now to step into a deeper conversation with yourself, a deeper loving relationship with yourself. Be that listener that you crave. Be that person that you crave to be. Start with yourself and filter that energy outwards. As you are healed within, so shall you heal without. It is important that you begin your relationship with yourself by listening to yourself. Your feelings are coming from the divine feedback mechanism. It is a matrix that we placed in place eons ago on many worlds. And it is time for you to wake up to your own feelings. This is the start in the pathway of awakening. This is the start in the pathway that we have laid out before you. Sit with your feelings. That is our message for you today. We will return you once more to Joanna. So, bringing through a channeled message there from Skylar, which I wasn't expecting, but I was really struggling to speak. So when that happens, it always tells me that they have a lot to say. So I feel like I can get on now with some prayer. And the prayer today is, may I move through all of the changes in my outside world with ease, grace, and flow. May I move through all the changes in my outside world right now with ease, grace, and flow. Just repeat that a couple of times. You can put your hands on your heart, or you can put your hands into prayer position. When you place your hands like this in prayer position, you're actually using your hands as a mechanism to move your heart energy through your hands and out into the cosmos. So may all of the outside changes in my outside world, may I move through all of them with ease, grace, and flow. And just holding that energy, holding that intention, allowing yourself just to move through any changes that you're feeling in the outside world. And it's very easy to move into a sense of victim energy. It's very easy to move into the telling of what I call your poor little me story. It's very, very easy to move into that space of feeling hard done by, feeling like, I suppose, in a way that the world is against you. That's very, very easy at this stage and at this time to feel that and to feel those feelings. And it's important that we remove our energy in a way from the outside world and bring our energy back into the inner world, because the outside world is beyond our control, but our inner world is totally within our control, and our inner world is actually being reflected to us in our outer world. So it's so important that we take the moment and we take the opportunity that this is gifting us right now to bring that energy back inwards, to bring that energy back into the inner world where we have control. The more that you spread your energy into the outer world at this point in time, the more you're going to find that you're going to really, really struggle. You're going to feel overwhelmed. You're going to feel like it's too much. You're going to start to go into the downward spiral of the poor little me stories. You're going to start going into all of these places. And the opportunity here is to kind of reverse the flow, if you like. So instead of our energy flowing outwards, take our energy and flow it inwards. And as we flow that energy inwards, we'll feel lighter, brighter, we'll feel better, because we have a complete autonomy and control over how we're feeling. Now, many of us love to give our power away on how we're feeling on the inside, because we love to use statements like, he made me feel, she made me feel, they made me feel, the government is making me feel. All of these things is a handing over of one's power. So what's really important in this moment is that we take personal responsibility for how we feel. In taking personal responsibility for how we feel, we bring our power base to maximum. When we are handing that power, we're blaming other people. So obviously it's very, very easy to get into that state of energy where we're blaming this virus. Oh, this stupid virus, this terrible virus. Look at the way it's affecting me. Look at the way, and becoming the victim, even without even getting the virus, but becoming the victim of the virus. And what we want to do is we want to rise up and we want to take responsibility for how we feel. And at the moment, that's where our power lays. So if we can jump in and take responsibility for how we are personally feeling at this point in time, you will feel so much, you will feel so much more power. And if we disconnect from the outside world in the outer sense, in the fact that if we're not connecting with that stories of how we're not in control, and the thing is that we're not in control, and we never really have been, but we have always been in control in our inner world. We have never been out in control of our outer world. We've been in control of our inner world. But our inner world creates a feedback mechanism that creates life experience for us in the outer world. And so by taking the control of the inner world and taking personal responsibility for how we feel and our feelings, we can gain a sense of control in life and not feel so at sea or lost. I know that there is major, major anxiety right now in the world, and trust me, I have been feeling it in spades. And some of it, I realized as an empath, some of the anxiety that I've been feeling, I've realized is not even mine. And when I'm allowing myself, what happens when anxiety comes in and anxiety comes knocking on your door, one of the first things that many people do is they tense up and try and move away from it. So you go like, ugh. And when I started to realize that this wasn't just my anxiety that I was feeling a collective anxiety. I was feeling collective anxiety coming in towards me. One of the things that I thought was really important is that I'm a conduit, and that's the same as you. Every single person listening to this is a conduit for energy. You're all a conduit for energy. You're a conduit for manifestation. So if you've ever recognized, let me know in the comments if you've ever recognized that you manifested something. Well, as even though you perceived all of that happening in the outside world and you're like, oh, look at this wonderful thing that I manifested. The truth is that as you manifested it outside, you have brought, as you manifested that energy outside, you've actually brought it into yourself. So one of the things that's really important with this is to understand that you are the conduit by which all energy flows. So you are the conduit by which all energy flows. And so it's really, really important that you can also understand that if you are feeling a really, really heightened sense of anxiety, if you tense up, you close your conduit and you get that heavy, heavy feeling and it all gets jammed up. But if you become willing to open up your energy and just be like, I have this beautiful Native American prayer, which I absolutely love. And I always used to use it for my so when I used to meditate before I used to go on and demonstrate mediumship, I always used to use this Native American prayer. And the Native American prayer went like this. It's very, very short. Make me your hollow bone of your divine wisdom. Make me, oh great spirit, make me your hollow bone of your divine wisdom. And what that meant is, if you think about a hollow bone and I bang it, it makes a lot of noise. And when you're a hollow bone, if you pour a liquid through it, you would be able to pour that through. So it's really like, make me your divine channel. Oh, great spirit, make me that hollow bone, make me that divine channel to really move. So one of the things and one of the ways that I've been dealing with anxiety, and I want you just to try this now, because I know that a lot of my audience are super empathic, super open psychically, and it's no wonder why so many of us are really suffering with anxiety at the moment, because anxiety is not just ours. We've got our own, but then we're also picking up on the collective anxiety. So if we just say within prayer right now is make me your hollow bone, allow the anxiety to simply move through me and to simply like it was going through a hollow bone. So make me that divine conduit. And can you see immediately, if you open your energy up, and don't be afraid to open your energy up to the energy of anxiety, because it has much to teach us. And as it just passes through, what I can feel now is my own tension was actually what was causing my own personal anxiety to ratchet up. Once I've let go and allowed my being to become this conduit of energy, and as I've allowed my being to become this conduit of energy, it is just really allowing that energy just to massively, massively just power through me. And as I allow that energy just to power through me, then I don't have to become the emotion anymore. When I tense up and reach up, I squeeze off my conduit so it's no longer able to accept anything in. So everything that's coming in starts to pool in me instead of me just being a vessel where it's really just moving right the way through me. So I just want you to try that just for a moment, just to feel into any anxiety that you feel, and just imagine that the anxiety is a river and that you are the banks of the river, and just allow that river to rush through you. And there could be other energies. There could be joy and excitement. There could be wonder and awe in amongst that anxiety as well, because anxiety is a very funny emotion. Sometimes it gets mixed up with excitement. And so just allowing ourselves just to be that river and just opening up the energy, opening up and allowing that energy just to pour through. So Anne is saying, thank you. This morning I did some yoga and meditation and I was feeling emotional. I looked at the messages on my phone and one was a prank where it ends with a screaming face. So thank you for this. You came on here just after. Oh my goodness. So let me know in the comments if you're trying that and what it feels like just to be that conduit of the anxiety instead of being the vessel that's trying to contain the anxiety. Instead, don't contain the anxiety, just let it flow. And what does it feel like? Can you feel a difference? Can you feel a little shift there in your energy? So I just don't know if I'm getting all the comments here, so I'm trying. So, and then what we're going to do is just go in and do some violet flame meditation. And the violet flame is perfect for right now. It's perfect if you've got loved ones who are working in the NHS, if you've got loved ones who are providing essential services, they're going out to work, you're very, very worried about them because they're at more risk and you're really worried about them, surround them in a big bubble of violet flame energy. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So all you need to do is just imagine that there's a huge big bubble of energy around them, and then fill it with a bright, bright violet colored flame. Like it's a bit darker, probably the color of my candles behind me here. So whatever, if you can see my candles there, my flowers as well in the background there, you want to be that sort of color is what we're wanting to have. So we're feeling we're wanting to just let that energy move through. So just fill it up, fill it up, and just send it to them, and you can do that to anybody that's in working right now and out and about right now, or even if you don't know anyone, send it to the hospital. Surround that, imagine, if you can imagine what your local hospital looks like, surround it in the violet flame. It's a beautiful thing that you can give. It's a beautiful healing energy that you can give. And ask the angels. So the violet flame has its own choir of angels, so we can ask the angels. I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. The violet flame has its own choir of angels that we can send, and we can instruct those angels, please go to our hospitals and send the violet flame energy. And you can imagine your entire hospital being surrounded, or every floor of your hospital having these angels with their palms out and the violet flame moving from their palms into the environment and really healing. And what violet flame does is that it moves on a mental, emotional, and physical level. So it moves through all of the levels, all of the light bodies. It penetrates. There's nothing that it can't penetrate. So one of the things that's so amazing and incredible with the violet flame is that the violet flame has also antimicrobial properties to it. That's why when you go to like a butcher shop or a greengrocers and things, they have those violet lights stuck on the wall. That is ultraviolet light, and ultraviolet light is what's giving in. So we're going to do some meditation. So Anran's saying, I'm not feeling anxious, but I'm feeling very fearful. Do the same with the fear. Just let it become a conduit of the fear. You don't have to sit and let the fear pool inside you. You can simply like open your conduit and just allow the fear in, but allow it just to come out. You don't have to sit with it, and just allow the fear to move through you. So Muriel is saying, very helpful, I feel a difference. And Vivian says, that feels much better. Thank you. Awesome. Good. I'm hoping to leave you much, much better than I found you. That is my task in life, is to try and leave humans better than I found them. So what we want to do is just relax. This is your time. This is you just taking some me time for you and filling your own vessel up. So if you're in the service and in the divine service of others, or you're just simply sending energy out into the world right now, this is your time for receiving. This is your time for being poured into. And just allow yourself to relax. Just become aware of the rise and the fall of your chest. And with every breath that you take, you're becoming more and more aware of the rise and the fall of your chest. With every breath that you take, you're becoming more and more aware of feeling very, very relaxed. And as we're sitting here in our energy, in our space, we allow any feelings to just simply move through our hollow bone. Any feelings that we have, we don't have to pull them. We can witness them, we can allow them, but we don't need to become them. So we're just going to allow ourselves to feel ever so relaxed and feeling more and more relaxed. And with every breath that we take, we're becoming more and more relaxed, feeling lighter and brighter, feeling more and more relaxed. And it's so important right now that you just take this time for yourself. And it's okay for the stresses and the strains to start to feel very far away indeed. And as you sit here in your energy, just allow your feelings to move through you as though they are a river within you. And we invoke the violet flame now. Just simply ask for the violet flame to be invoked within your energy. I am the violet fire. Affirm these words. I am the violet fire. I am the violet flame. Allow yourself to become this violet flame, and this violet fire has the ability to transform all negative energy into positive energy. Has the ability to move through lifetimes, time, space, and all dimensions. Has those antimicrobial properties and antiviral properties. We invoke the violet flame now. I am the violet fire. I am the violet flame. And just sitting in a massive, massive big ball of violet fire, imagining all around you. Imagine that ball extending out past you and extending into your home. Imagine that huge violet fire extending throughout your whole home, cleansing it as it goes, removing negative energy as it goes. And as that violet flame just extends further than your home, moving outwards, and if you have any garden, it moves into the garden. And now it's extending far beyond your home. It's encompassing your town or your village or your city that you live in. And now that violet flame ball, wherever you are in the world, is beginning to join up with other people who are on this call. And it's moving across countries, extending across oceans, connecting with other people who are giving these violet flame decrees. And now our entire planet is engulfed in a violet flame ball. And holding that intention and that energy, that any negative energy in our planet's field, in our physical bodies, in our towns, in our cities, in our villages, in our homes, is transmuted into perfect love. And as we see that violet flame energy extending past our planet, is now engulfing the moon. And as it moves past our planet, that violet flame energy, it now moves into our other planets in our solar system. And as it moves beyond the sun, it moves even further into the galaxy, transmuting energy in the collective consciousness, forgiving the deep grief that we're holding, transmuting pain and suffering into love and understanding, transmuting anxiety into relaxation and happiness, transmuting fear and worry into love and knowing, moving into that violet flame energy of that feeling everything is going to be all right. Everything is going to be all right. When you're ready, come back into your physical form, feeling fully refreshed. Just letting go of anything else that you need to let go of right now. Anything that's not serving you, allowing that violet flame energy to move through your physical body, removing any heavy and stuck energy that you've been hanging on to for too long. And as we bring ourselves back into our physicality from our Amazing spacewalk. We're bringing ourselves back into the here and now, bringing ourselves back into the present moment, and just allowing ourselves on the count of three to feel wide awake and refreshed. Three, two, one, feeling wide awake and refreshed. Are you back with me? Did anybody drop off to sleep? Did you all come back with me? Just take a moment to center your energy. Let me know where you're at. Let me know if you came back in with me. Lots of hearts, lovely. Thank you. So let's see where we're at. So I can't see where my comments have got to. Karen saying, I can't participate with the kids right now, but beautiful, beautiful. This will be left up so you can go to it, and I will be putting it on my YouTube channel as well. So I will be putting it up on YouTube, and I'll be putting yesterday's live stream up on YouTube as well. So if you want to join me over at YouTube, I'm Joanna Hunter COM on YouTube as well. You can get me there, and hopefully that's made you feel a little bit more centered, a little bit more ready to take on the world again, and just giving yourself a little boost. And a message there from Skylar as well. So, you know, take this opportunity right now that's being afforded to us to really deeply, you know, I'm spending a lot of extra time journaling right now, and journaling through my feelings and what is coming up for me and the places where I desire to have change in my energy. And I'm seeing this as an opportunity. I know that it can be a really worrying time for so many people. And I know financially, a lot of people are very scared and worried. But my advice for you on the financial side is that things are not going to get improved by you being really stressed. In fact, you being really stressed will start to cut yourself off from reasonable thinking, because the more stressed your body becomes, the more your body literally puts itself on lockdown and creates a fight or flight response. And so if we can lean in, if we can relax, even when the going outside is tough, we will remain in control of our autonomic functions. We will remain in control of our lives, and we'll make better decisions. We'll make better decisions from an energy base of love instead of an energy base of being really frightened and really scared. And I want you to remember that if you're going through financial difficulty or you're really worried right now, I want you to remember that whatever happens, you have 100% track record of getting through life. It is going to be all right. And just affirm that for yourself. It is going to be all right. Stay in that energy. Stay in the energy of what you desire, which is the feeling that it will be okay, that it's going to be all right. Then give your attention to the energy of what you do not want. Because the more that we focus on what we do not want, the more that we bring that to us. So instead, what we want to do is jump in here, you know, use your tools, jump in here, jump into you know, on my page, reach out to me in the Agents of Change group. Say, hey, I'm struggling right now, let me support you, let me help you, let my team and everybody who's in my circle come and on those posts and support each other, be there for each other. That's how we can get through this together. And yes, it can be really frightening, and yes, you know, but there's many times in my life where I've had immense financial stress and been incredibly worried how I was going to get through something. And spoiler, I'm still here. I'm still here. And the same will happen to you. And one of the affirmations that really got me through, and especially if you're worried financially, when that energy used to feel very intense, the first thing that you can do is be that conduit and just simply allow it to flow through you. Just acknowledge the feelings, don't tense up, don't try and bat the feelings away. Instead, just be the conduit and let it flow through so that it can just get on with it and just move through you, so that you can get on and to better emotions and reach better emotions once you've experienced those ones. And the next one is my mantra and affirmation that I love to use for this is, this too will come to pass. This too will come to pass. And that mantra has seen me through many, many dark nights of the soul where I've been really worried. In 2008, I became debt free, and I've been debt free ever since, which is a real privilege. But before that, I was £120,000 in debt. So, you know, I know a thing or two about being in debt. It's not a nice feeling. It is incredibly hard thing to face. And it is incredibly stressful and worrying, but I can tell you now that this too will come to pass has been a lifesaver for me so many times. Have I used that affirmation and it's helped me so much. So many times have I used that affirmation and this too will come to pass. And here I am, I'm still here, right? And I have a 100% track record of getting through life, just like you have a 100% track record of getting through life. So I hope that really, really resonates with you. If you're just joining, you're going to have to watch the replay, but I will leave these videos up. I will also make them available on my YouTube channel as well. When I finish this video, I would really, really love it if you could subscribe and make sure that you're following and tick the bell. So in the corner near this video somewhere, there should be an ability for you to follow and to tick the bell so that you get a notification when I go live, because I'm going to be going live a lot more on my business page so that you guys can catch these live streams and I can serve you as much as possible at this time and really, really help you to move through the energies. So I hope that makes lots of sense to you guys. And I'm sending you so much love and the violet flame for every single one of you. And take it easy and stay safe and wash those hands. I will speak to you soon. Bye now.